Hey, good morning and welcome to the channel. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I just got back from the post office. I got a call that my chicks were in. So I ordered a dozen meat chickens from Jenks chicken farm here in Oregon. And they just arrived. So I ran down to the post office and picked them up. They called me at 6:15. Looks like on the box, they wrote down 6:15. They notified me. I got a text from the Postal Service that they had arrived there at 6:13. So they're Johnny on the spot, giving you a call. She said that they had several deliveries of chicks this morning. So I'm going to bring you along for the ride, opening up this box and see what we got. I ordered a dozen. So we'll see how many made it. Hi guys. Oh, hi guys. Oh boy. The motley crew. All right, well, we're gonna put them over here in the brooder I just put together. Get them out, get them some food and some heat. All right, guys. Ooh, they're nice and toasty. Come here. 2 for 1 there. Noisy little critters. You can tell I'm holding the camera and doing this at the same time, probably. Alright, everybody's out. So that's what the box looks like. And we are going to get them some water and some food. I got the brooder already heating, so I'm going to get them away from this door here shortly. Alright, so they're already eating. And we'll get them acquainted with the water here in a second. May have to stick their noses in it. Let's see if I can get a couple beaks in there. Here. Well, there's one beak in there. What about you? Put your beak in there. A little bit of water. There's some water. I can get one of them to drink, then they'll all start drinking. Come here. There we go. There we go. Yeah. There's some water. I'm figuring it out. Cool. I'm gonna pick up this little brooder I have and move it away from the door. I also have a heat lamp I might hook up, so get back to you. All right. So I think we're set up. I doubled down with the heat brooder, or heat plate I should say, and the heat lamp, and I just dropped that thermometer in there and just dropped the heat lamp in, so that temperature there should start climbing and they'll start maneuvering around and getting their goodies. Once they get a little bit bigger, I'll probably put that feeder back on a piece of 2x4 like I had it before. It holds it up a little higher and keeps them from climbing on it. But it's a process, so we're here. I haven't even counted them, but we're supposed to have a dozen. Hey guys, So today I'm going to be digging, I guess you'd call it a runoff drain or a French drain for the gutters on this Lowe's barn that I have gutters on. And so I'm going to be running a trench probably, I don't know, 12, 15 feet out from the gutters. I got big 4-inch gutters on here. Just want to pull the water away from the post and pier foundation. So, thanks for joining me. That's what this video is about. And it'll be some backhoe work if you're into that. couple things I've learned, kind of a combination between watching other guys use their backhoes and also listening to tips and techniques. And I'm sure those that do backhoe work already know, but digging where we dig, where there's frequently wet soil, it's a good idea to not close your bucket down on the soil. And that's something I learned by trial and error. In other words, when you're going to scoop in, don't close that bucket all the way up on that full bucket load of dirt, because you're basically just packing that dirt into your bucket, and if it's wet, it's not going to come out when you go to dump it. And then you got a half full bucket of dirt, and it makes it that much harder to dig. You either got to clean it out with a shovel, or it's going to take you twice as long to get the ditch done that you wanted to do. So that's one thing I've learned. The other thing that I'm always tempted to do when I'm digging a ditch like this, and I've kind of learned from other people not to do, and that's something to think about if you're using your own backhoe, is you have a tendency to want to dig the ditch, and then as you're moving the bucket over to dump the load, to kind of slide it across the existing pile or the dirt that's kind of on the outside of the ditch, and kind of push it aside. Kind of a double, you kind of get a 2-for-1 when you do that sort of thing. But you need to keep in mind that you just want to be moving, the way I understand it anyway, you just want to be moving soft dirt when you're making that swinging motion. You don't want to be hitting up against anything solid, because you're putting quite a bit of stress on the top of your backhoe, because obviously it's not meant to be digging sideways, and it can put unnecessary stress on the tops and on the joints and the connections and whatnot. So food for thought on that. Same thing happens when you're trying to fill a ditch. The temptation is to try to just drag your bucket across and fill it that way, but you're better off to be mostly pulling that dirt in, in kind of a back and side motion rather than pushing up against that dirt. So at least that's what I've gathered from listening to folks. So anyway, short video on the ditch. Makes quick work. This is probably 12 feet. It was kind of what I was shooting for, and it took me, like 10 minutes, if that. So anyway, thanks for stopping by.